I was born in Sierra Leone, West Africa, in one of the few towns known for diamonds. When I was a child, we used to run to the gutters after it rained to look for diamonds. Any diamonds found were given to our parents. My mother, in return, used to give me few coins. She was known for her vast land for mining diamonds. Every month, white people, especially Englishmen, came to my mother with foodstuff and mining tools in return for all the diamonds. All those exchanges were not enough. I still grew up in poverty. During our 10 years civil war, we were attacked on the Bo-Kenema highway with my cousins. They were both killed in front of my face, just because of their surname. I was in the jungle for a few months, but one day I managed to escape. I was a child combatant. After 10 years of civil war, Freetown was dirty and noisy, and there were no opportunities for anything. My life was lonely and empty and had nowhere to go. Everything was hard to find, even someone to love. Many times I watched two lovers wishing I too had someone. I tried, but it never worked out. They always rejected me, but I know why. I'm just a countryman with no money. I managed to find someone, and she took care of me. And for a while, life was manageable, but she only lived for a few years and then died. I wised up in Freetown. I am the elder brother to my only sister. St. Edward's Secondary School used to be my school, and I walked the 2 miles to school every day. Life started to get rough when my auntie became envious. Maybe because I was a different guy and none of her children were up to my standard. All sorts of accusations were thrown on me, and I was forced to leave the house. In the street, I started all over again with no one to care for me. It takes a heap of thinking to live that kind of life, Broken bones and pains in the flesh and brains. My life was going down the drain. I started screwing my head hard in thought as to how I could make money. I was surrounded by creeps and cranks who could not help me as they needed help themselves. No home, no money, nobody to help me. One bad evening, I even thought about committing suicide, but it was hard to do it. I went through the hands of many friends. None was a perfect gentleman. Some helped me because they needed something back from me, and when they got it, they would ask me to leave. Later, I performed in comedy shows as I was known for being funny. It brought me joy many times, but when I was alone, especially when walking the long, dusty, dark road with nothing but dogs escorting me home, I saw the world so cloudy and tight. But there was my pastor, putting me on the right track to run the race of life. I love my pastor. All the years I wasted, I discovered my potential when I joined IAN, Sierra Leone. I was trained to computer, music and filming. After a few months, I became a youth volunteer and taught other children what I had learned. I was elected film director, and I am presently the center manager for Iron Bowl, the second city.
I want to know what our plans are, for the children what their hopes are. My plans are to see black and white, to love one another, peace to flow like the Atlantic Ocean.
I love hip-hop music. My first song was against HIV/AIDS. I can rap. I discovered my talent the hard way. I believe there is still more to discover, and I don't want to turn grey before I have delivered my talent to the world. I want to study cinematography and then help street children because I know the pain they go through. Life in the city is not easy, but I will stand my ground until I spring up.
To give baby leave it cause some guy cause it's difficult but just stay focused. You will listen and digest. No cost, let me tell you something about the school campus. Student in a sickness which they call math course, and they talk to us there together, Mr. Festus. The principal shouted out no cost, and all the teachers need to focus.